I would like to start this video by thanking everyone who got involved when YouTube started to remove videos of this game. I would also like to emphasize that this is a video game and not real cybersecurity. Okay, in this video we're going to show off some gameplay, and I found a server owned by a player where we can show off the player interaction gameplay. It's this one right here, and what I found interesting about it and what makes it worth a video is that it has an R shell running, which means that it's probably connected to some kind of virus or something, and potentially other players have used the virus tool, whatever, and therefore we might be able to see several player servers that have R shell connections in this R shell server right here. So I have a tool for that that I'm going to run, and we're going to see okay, so we have quite a few servers connected to the R shell. These servers are running the R shell software, which makes it so that we can gain instant access from this server right here. Let's start from the bottom with number 10 and see what we have in here. Let's do a big scan of the system to see what kind of system we found for our first one. Okay, so it seems that this server has a database, quite a huge database actually. Yeah, and also we got root access, which is always nice. The R shells are going to give the kind of access that the user that ran them had, so it can vary. What else do we have in here? It's interesting. All of these are stock files for the most part, and we have something. Okay, we have a couple of users. They're empty. We also have a bank.txt, so potentially we can steal some money. In the browser, maybe there's a Hackshop IP in there. Then we have. Okay, so someone ran Gracetip, which is a capture the flag. Also Loco and the virus. I think this might be more database, I think. Bank 25. There's a bunch of stolen not stolen session IPs stored here as well. Players also running Red Fox, which is a player-made software. There's a bunch of stuff in here that can be fun to check out. So let's start from the top. Maybe we'll do that. So go into etc. Oops. And we can see what kind of password this person has. Okay, so the user is also in here as well. Let's see what kind of passwords this is. Okay, so we have Yandri and Xshell. Interesting. Moving on. We have the lib folder. I don't think there was anything interesting in that, nor was there in this, but there was something interesting in root, so let's go into root. And in here we have an IP database, for example. You can check that out. Oh wow. So they've been collecting IPs. This is probably not just... There could be player IPs in here, but I would guess that the IP database is just random IPs that this player has collected. What else was there? There was the RockU password list. We don't need to check that, but essentially what that is a huge word list split into several parts that can be used for brute forcing. We have a Wi-Fi database. That could be interesting. Okay, there's nothing in there. They have an encode. Maybe they were working on it, or they stole it when trying to crack some encryption. So yeah, this is an encryption I've seen before. Several players seem to be using it. And maybe this player was trying to crack it. Okay, moving on. There was more stuff in here. The database itself is rather huge for Red Fox. There could be something interesting in X session, I guess. And we have a bunch of source files for the default commands. Some password file, website file, a bank MD5, that could be interesting. So let's see here. We can grab the path for that. We have, let's see here, where is that? We have this one right here. Let's cap that one. OCMD, okay. So maybe they were trying to, or maybe the person on here was also running OCMD. It could of course be some mistake where they left it somewhere else. I want to see what kind of information is stored in a session by Red Fox. Oh wow, it's got everything. VIP. Wow. Is this the real root hash? I guess. Probably. Yeah. Ageless. Okay. So let's see here. What do we do with this? There is question is if there is a binary, if there is some player in here as well. That one was a router. I don't know if you saw that. So this was the local IP. So that was the root password for that router. If we try this one, for example. Okay, so it doesn't have the information for all of them. Just some of the sessions that were saved. You might be able to spend a lot of time in just one of these servers, and the R shell had a lot of connected servers, so you might have to move on soon. There was some other stuff that I found interesting. This one right here, the bank MD5. Is that a real bank account? Okay, not just a real bank account. This is somebody's bank stash. I wonder if they emptied it recently. Shall we check it? Let's check it. So we have gonna use this IP for banking, and I just messed up, didn't I? Bank. Save that's up here. And then grab this. Nope, they did not clean this recently, so potentially a lot of money can be gained here. Let's grab some of it. Okay. That's the question mark. There we go. Okay, so that was interesting. There was something more I wanted to see, I think. What was that? The blacklist in the thing. Yeah. I think we'll leave that part of it for now. Let's see if there's anyone online. Yeah, that's probably the R shell named PS. Now we know what the R shell is named. There was something more, right? Let's check again. Yeah, we had this database, but that's probably just boring exploits. We could check what it looks like, but... Ah, yes, the bank account in the home. So the home folder and then the server folder. Let's check those as well. So the home folder, we're going to check this file right here. Okay, so all CMD is keeping the person protected. That's nice. Okay. Nothing interesting in there. And just for fun, we're gonna check what the database looks like. Maybe we will recognize it. Yeah, it's just the memories and the vulnerabilities. Let's move on. Oops. Let's see here. Shell. That's gonna be hard to see what it is because we can't see the different IPs. Oh well. Let's see what else we have on number 9. This system doesn't look very interesting. Just an empty rental. We could check the system.log if we wanted to. See if we can find where the player is. We will have to... I don't want to show myself on the R shell server, so what we're going to do is we're going to... Let's just check that we got it correctly. It's in here, right? Yeah, and then we will go into here and we will just upload to root. That was probably stupid. I already had another system.log in there. Oh wow. What kind of stuff is this? We have 109. A lot of IPs in here. Here we go. That looks really interesting. Wow. That's the IP I found before as well. Just because it's fun, let's check that player out and see if they're online. No, they don't seem to be online. Oh well. Back to the systems again. I don't think we need this. This is not important. That's probably stupid I overwrote that though. So the next system. Number, whoa, wait. Let's go back in here. There we go. Number 8. Also root. We might get root on most of them, to be honest. People run their servers on as root because, well, that's the default user and that's what you get in the email when you rent the server. But there was nothing interested in there. Whatever. Okay. And next is number 7. Nope, nothing interested in here. I mean, you could grab the logs and find the player behind it, but let's do another one. Should we do number 6? Number 6. Looks kind of stock as well. It has the SSH server and HTTP server. Nothing really interesting. Number 5. Here we have something. It has OCMD. We could grab that. Extra migrate. Not sure what that is. And it's the source as well, so that's interesting. Let's go into that folder. That's the same IP.database we saw earlier. And it has an IP. Let's check that IP as well. Who knows? Sometimes it's a player. No, I think it's this IP probably. number 5, yeah, 90, 182. What about this file? Migration success. Not very interesting. Post. We can get OCMD though. See if it's the real deal. I don't have any rental though. Might be bad. Or I'm being stupid here. We just run it on this computer. We don't really care about their computer. I guess I could do that. Yeah. This was difficult. What if we run Rift again? And on this server down here that was very compromised. Well, there was a bunch of stuff on it already though. We'll go back into that one. Did it? Okay, we need to check if it has SSH first. Does it have SSH? It does. And we did find the password. I don't remember it, but that's quick to check. So, what do we do? We just... Oh wait, it already had OCMD on it. I don't even need to put it. All we need is the password. Every server seems to be running OCMD. So, just get the password again. That's the password. $422. Oh, that's no. Flag. Whoops. And then password. And was there something running on here? There was. Well, I don't care. Let's go in here. And test out OCMD and see if it's the real one. OCMD. Looks like the real deal. We can also check if the one we just got was the real deal. What if we... Let's see, we had OCMD on here already. We'll... include that. And then we'll just put... OCMD. It's not the same size, so it's at least a different version. But it's probably same, yeah. Yeah, it's a different version. This is 6961 and 965. Yep. Okay. So Let's do another rift. I think we were on like 5, so now we take number 4. And we let's get the pass. Interesting. That didn't work. Oh! It totally botched it because somebody destroyed this system to the ground. There's nothing left. Could be interesting to know who did it. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of our shells. What do I do? Or do we care? Nah. We don't care. That's one messed up system. And then we will do another rift. Number 3. And this is more interesting. This is a new kind of, or not new, but this is a different kind of database, so that means that it's a different tool using it. There's also a bank in here, which is interesting. Red fog. Always. We have a pretty good idea who owns this system as well. So let's start from the top. We will start by root and grab the bank. None of the other are readables though. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so we found a player bank account finally. Let's hash that. And we will see if it's still working. It might not be if the player has restarted. Or maybe someone else stole it already. Yeah, user not found. That means that the player has already restarted. Put that down again. None of these are readable. Was there something else interesting on here? The browser.txt. Could find the player's hack shop with that, I guess. Let's do home as well. Yeah, that's probably a hack shop. Yep. So if we hack in here, we can get the player's IP probably. I don't think it's even that hard if we just grab the system.log from this system. We can probably find their home IP. I don't really care. Let's do the last ones. This video's getting long. Number 3. I think we did that right. Did number 3 right? We probably did number 3. Yeah. Okay. Let's do number 2. A Shaft server, that's interesting. Roxy Chronic. Probably another player's Hackshop IP. And nothing much interesting either. I don't know what this is though. Should we run it? Let's make sure this server has a, I think it was number 2. We should probably leave this server. If it has a SSH port running, we can just it does. We grab the hash. That's even an interesting password. So what did we want to do here? Server. Let's just go into wherever that was. It's in bin. Okay. What was it called? Okay, it needs meta exploit in the lib folder. We can give it that, right? I think I'm already in the root folder. So just put try it again. Can't connect the net session. So it might need an IP. Roxy Chronic. Never heard of it. Can't connect to net session. I guess it's a bug tool then. Moving on to the second to last one. What might be in here? Okay, so this is an NPC system. But somebody... There was probably a careful player who did not want to give away one of his servers, so he ran the malware on a NPC server. That's smart. Not very interesting for us though. And the last one, it's gone through 11 servers now. Nothing interested on this one. There are probably a bunch of logs here and we can probably find some players, but this video is long enough, so I think I'm going to end it right here. If you guys want to see more gameplay videos, let me know in the comments. I think it's a nice way to switch things up from the normal game guides that I do. Okay, so if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.